our CV. Okay. I'll be doing a special session for you all, which is not included in the syllabus. That is a really very sad state of affairs. However, I will be covering that for your information and for your knowledge. We will be doing how do we build a CV, all right? Your curriculum vitae, your resume for that matter. And then I will be doing your how do you write a job application letter. Okay? So that will be in sync, and that's why I will not cover it right now. Right now, what we will be doing is we will be covering the sales letter for customer and sales letter for the supplier. Rather, it is a requisition letter and order letter rather. Yeah, sales order letter. So those are the two types of letters. Then we will be doing leave application letter and resignation letter. Okay. So to begin with, I have this particular letter with me for to share with you all, and that is again one of the letters from your books itself. So if you all are able to see this, this is an example of a sales letter to the customer. Okay. I hope this is visible to you all.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Right. So we begin with again the same log format, which is beginning with the date, to here the person's name, if you know the person's name, with its designation, which company they are in, which area they live in, all of that. So to Miss Sarita Tyagi of Shades and Hues Saloon, Salt Lake, Kolkata 59. Dear Miss Sarita, okay, the subject needs to go first and then Dear Miss Sarita, okay. So here is an error, we can always consider it. Subject is bonanza discount on beauty products. So you as a company, let me give you the backdrop of this entire letter. You as a company want to promote, of course, your business, that is one, to your existing chain of customers. Second is that there is, letters written out, newsletters written out to loyal customers who have been with you since a long time, and you want to appreciate their association with you in terms of giving them a special privileged discount on maybe you're celebrating, say, 10 years of your business, or you're celebrating silver jubilee or golden jubilee, that kind of thing. So now you want to give it back to your customers so that, this is a subtle way of appreciating your customers, and also subtle way to keep up with the existing customer by giving them special privileges, right? So we go back to our letter here, which says, greetings, dear Miss Sarita, greetings. You are our valuable customer and have been buying beauty products from our firm for a long time. This letter is to inform you that we are entering into our 25th year of beauty business, and on this occasion, we are offering our privileged customers with a massive discount of 30% on all beauty products. Well, it said massive discount, right? And then that 30% was a little turned down. You can put it as 70%, fine. Your wish, of course. So yeah, we are offering our privileged customers with a massive discount of 30% on all our beauty products. There is a wide variety of creams, packs, etc. available at lowest prices. This offer is for a limited period. If you find yourself interested in the scheme, please call on our toll-free number. Our sales representative will contact you for the same. Yours sincerely, Ms. Aarti of MS Kusum Herbal Limited, Connaught Circle, New Delhi, 30. All right. So yeah, you can also attach your new product brochure for letting this Miss Sarita choose from the variety of products you have on offer, yeah, with its price listing also. So that can be done along with the letter, right? So if you see this entire letter, it's all about, giving back the goodies and passing on all the profits in some subtle way to your loyal customers. So that's one thing that you can do as a after sales service, right? But you are instigating them to get into another sales. As simple as that. You understood? This is the entire backdrop of why do you write sales letters to your customers. Okay. Now we move on to another type of sales letter, and that will be to our suppliers. Okay, let me quickly fetch that window here. Yes. I hope this is visible to you all. Visible? Everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we start off with again the block format, date, to, and then subject, of course, and then the dear and all. So subject is requirement for cotton fabric. Dear Mr. Gandhi, I hope this letter will find you doing well. It gives me immense pleasure. Okay, I got lost somewhere. Okay, I'm so sorry. It gives me immense pleasure to inform you that ours is a long-term business association and you have been doing great work by timely supplying the material required by us, which helps in meeting the rising demand for our products in the market. See, now this is the very good opening of a letter wherein you want to attain the chains, the ties of association with your supplier, meaning you are appreciating them in the form that yes, because you have been, timely supplying the material that was required by us, it actually helped us meet the rising demand of our products in the market. Because unless and until you get the raw material, definitely you will not be able to produce your final product. And that's how you will not be able to deliver to your customers. So it's as good as that, right? Demand for our shirts has increased as we have entered into international markets. Wow. Therefore, we will require more quantity of cotton fabrics for making shirts. Simple. The logic is explained that because we have entered into international markets, now the demand for our shirts has increased. And thereby the quantity of cotton fabric that we used to demand from you, we used to order from you, is also increased. Okay. As per our past agreements, 40% of the amount will be paid in advance and the remaining will be paid once the goods are received. Okay, so talk about the commercials, please. Here it is. We would like to maintain our sound business relationship as long as possible. For this purpose, we expect you to kindly quote the most reasonable price you can offer us on the basis of our long-term relationship. See? So again, subtly what you're saying, we would like to maintain a sound business relationship later also, as long as possible. So for this, what you need to do, you need to quote the most reasonable price you can offer to us. Meaning you've got to do it. We are enclosing the list of the required fabric below. Now, what is the fabric details? The fabric details are given here. The cotton fabric is 1000 meters, terracotta fabric is 1400 meters, polyester fabric is 1200 meters. In case of any query, you can revert at sales desk or mail us at amjcotton@gmail.com. We are sure your professionalism will help in prompt delivery of the goods, meaning you got to deliver it promptly. Yours sincerely, Anand Mehra, Sales Manager, Janvi Enterprise, A/21, Sector 11, Chandigarh, blah, 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 blah. Okay, is this clear with you all? Have you all understood how do we write a sales letter to our supplier? And you got to see, I told you initially also that in business you cannot be very obvious. Okay, there are some things that you got to keep under the wraps and then speak accordingly. So here also in this case, we have done the same. There were many stuff that we have subtly spoken it out to a supplier that, if you want that our association is going to stay longer and longer, then you got to quote in the most considerable, most affordable prices you can quote to us. That is one. Second is that again you have subtly said that we expect complete professionalism from your end for prompt delivery of the goods, meaning indirectly you got to deliver goods promptly. Okay, so those are some things that yes, as a business communication you got to learn, and you will develop that acumen over a period of time. Again, it will not happen overnight, all of a sudden. Yeah. So those were the business letters, the sales letters that we did. Now I will, because there are no templates in your book in terms of leave application, in terms of resignation letter, I will type it out for you. Okay, just a moment here. I will fetch my word and I will type it out. Okay, before we go any further, while the window pops up, it opens up. Let me tell you all that in different organizations, usually in different companies, they have their own ERP system in place. Okay, the enterprise resource planning, their system in place, wherein you can, as an employee, log into your profile, excuse me, and you can apply for leave, which is by default, because the profile is so mapped that whatever you do is sent out to your immediate boss, and so that your boss approves of it, and that's how the protocol is maintained through that ERP. Similar thing is in terms of leave application also. If you are going back to your profile in your ERP and you're applying, hitting for a casual leave, a CL of say 2 days, okay, then that is given as a notification or as an email to your immediate boss for them to approve of it. Okay, and that's how the chain thing happens. And yes, there are also areas of action, as in your absence, who's going to take over your task, so who's going to be your substitute in your absence. So all of that is managed in that ERP system itself. I will not be able to show you that because an ERP system is a very confidential thing for any organization per se. But then when we talk about institutions, academic institutions, usually academic institutions, they do not have an ERP system in place usually. There are many which have nowadays, but then again, ours is again a traditional college. We don't have any as of now. We would be implementing it soon, of course. So even we follow, a typical template. We have a template, we have a format, we have to fill it in, and then submit it to our immediate boss. So if I am an HOD, then my immediate boss is directly the principal. Sorry, yes, yeah, directly the principal. And if I am just a faculty, just an assistant professor, then my immediate boss will be my HOD. Okay, then HOD's boss is principal. That's how the chain of protocol, and that's how your leaves are sanctioned or rejected whatsoever. Okay, so that is the backdrop. See, understand that when you are trying to communicate in a business perspective, in a business background, means something at work, right? You got to know the protocols of your company, your organization, and you need to follow your protocols. Okay, so that was a backdrop key. If you are applying for leave, then how? I will quickly start sharing my screen. My Word document has popped up. I will write down how do you actually write a leave application letter in case there is an absence of a template, or in case there is an absence of an ERP system. Okay, we begin with the date. So today is 29th of November 2021. I hope my screen is visible to you all.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, cool. So I write that to my boss. I'm the HOD already, so my boss is directly the principal. To the principal of AKI's Pune College of Arts, Science and Commerce. Where are we located? We are located in camp in Pune, and the pin code is 01. Subject. Now, the subject is what? Leave application, or you can mention it even more specific as an application for a CL of 2 days. Now, what do I mean by CL? CL is a casual leave. Now, for your information, for your understanding, there are four types of leaves. What are these? They are casual leaves that you can anytime, apply for. Of course, well in advance, at least 4 days prior to when you're going for a leave. So that's the protocol usually. Next is your sick leave or your medical leave when you're not keeping well and you must apply for leave because you cannot work that day. So yeah, that. And usually sick leaves are because you do not know you're going to fall sick, right? So they are not in advance. So when you're already sick, then you inform your manager and blah blah. Okay, you understood the logic, right? So sick leave. Third is your earned leaves. It so happens that you have probably worked extra some time or some period of time, and that because of that, your manager has given you, say, 2 earned leaves as a give back to you, because you have put in extra number of hours on a particular project. So now you can encash your, when I say encash, you can literally either encash or you can utilize your earned leave, right? That is the thing. And fourth type of leave is your duty leave, meaning suppose now in this academic parlance, okay, I'm into academics right now. So if I have to go to the university for some university wala work, but which is of college, right? College work in the university. Being an HOD, suppose I have to go, I do have to make a lot of visits to the university to and fro. So yeah, when I'm going to the university, everybody knows where university is and you know how university works. You know, it literally takes an entire day for you to get your work done, blah, blah, blah. So if that is the thing, because of work, you're not in the college, but you have to go into the university. Now you are liable to claim for your duty leave. Again, you know that it is a work, you got to go, so you got to inform your manager well in advance, right? On the contrary, a duty leave, I would say this way that in a particular organization, you got to visit your client, you got to visit your suppliers or somebody, right? For that reason, you have to travel. Okay. Now, officially, you are on work. Okay, so you're not on leave per se. So that duty leave is a concept basically only for academics, I guess. Because in organizations, I haven't seen in companies there is something called as a duty leave. So even if you're traveling for work, it's not duty leave. It is still that you're working, and that traveling is one of your KPIs that you got to work with. Okay. So yeah, here coming back to academic section, or for that matter, any other where you want to apply for your CL, your casual leave for 2 days, right? So dear sir, let me scroll down so that it is visible here. Dear sir, there there is a wedding in our family due to which I am applying for a CL of 2 days, that is from 9th to 10th December 2021. Kindly consider the same. Okay, before I close on that, I will mention here Mr. XYZ shall take over in my absence, take over my tasks in my absence during the said dates. Yeah, kindly consider the same. Thank you. Yours truly. Okay, whoever you are. Okay, I will write Professor Jahan Pathan, Head Department of BBA. So there are so many departments I take care of. The branding, IEDC, the corporate communications. I got to scroll down, I guess. Yeah. And the BBA also of Pune College of Arts. Yeah. So that's how the letter is. I will mention this in the second stanza. Yeah. So what did I do with this letter? I have started off with the date, which is the most important part. You got to mention the date. Business communication is all about being time specific. Okay. Two, who's my boss? The principal. Two, the principal, AKI's Pune College of Arts, Science and Commerce Camp, Pune. Subject, application for a CL of 2 days. Dear sir, there is a wedding in a family due to which I am applying for a CL of 2 days, that is from 9th to 10th December 2021. You are sitting on 29th of November and you are giving a good, well in advance notice to your boss for them to, sanction your leave, right? So because weddings are not something that, okay, tomorrow you decide, okay, there's going to be wedding. It's not that way, right? It's literally like months, since months the planning is there. So you know it well in advance that yes, there is a wedding in the family. So why not apply for it well in advance? And you have also mentioned here that that Mr. XYZ, whoever, shall take over your tasks in your absence during the said dates here, right? So you're making room for yourself that, okay, in my absence of these 2 days, there will be Mr. So and so who will take over the charge, fine? Kindly consider the same, thanking you, thank you. Both are the same. You can use thank you better. Okay. Yours truly, again, you cannot be faithful. I told you why. Yours truly, your name, your designation, and your organization. Done. Have we all understood this? Have you all understood how do we write a leave application?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh,
Yes,
so that was sales letters are done. Now the leave application is done. Now we'll go ahead to do the resignation letter. Wow. Okay, just let me quickly start. See, nowadays there are always startups wala thingy, and many people are leaving their jobs overnight, literally. Because yeah, startups will always pay you better. No point. Fine. So I will change this not to the principal here. Here I will put it in some way like okay to Mr. Okay, a pseudo name I have thought of. अच्छा, to का यहाँ पे आ गया. Fine. To Mr. Deepak Mathur. He is a CEO of say ABC Limited. And where are we placed? We are placed in Pune. Fine. And here I will write subject resignation letter. Ha, 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 ha. Sorry. See, you got to learn with fun, right? Otherwise, it all gets so mundane, so boring. Writing a resignation letter with that attitude matters. Okay. Now, let me give you a backdrop of resignation letters, how it works. Resignation letter, you all know why do we write, right? I need not tell you why do you write a resignation letter. Now, the additional backdrop here is every company has a protocol, has a set standard that if you're resigning from your current services, you've got to give at least 1 month of notice period, right? And the maximum is usually 3 months. Okay, so it varies from 1 month to 3 months of time. So if that is the notice period that you are applying for, understand why again companies demand a notice period is because when you are leaving from your roles and responsibilities, they got to fill it in, right, with somebody else. There has to be a substitution hired in your place so that that person can take up the tasks, and the work will not stop. Clear intention. That is why the notice period has to be served. Second thing, in case you have some kind of, if you're holding some things, some stuff, some assets or something that is given by the company, then this is the time that you can even hand over it. Like for example, a laptop, like for example, a phone, like for example, a SIM card has to be submitted back. Some files, important files, and all those things have to be handed over to your boss before you leave. So all this will take time, right? And by that time, also a new person will be hired in your place, and it so happens that you are asked to train this new person so that they get hands on. Okay, so that is the entire backdrop of why you write a resignation and why there is a notice period essentially to be served, right? So we go ahead and start drafting down the resignation letter. So, dear sir, it has been a wonderful journey to work under your able guidance in the capacity of who are you? Okay, maybe manager of operations. Okay, some pseudo position thing. Manager of operations in this highly esteemed organization, right? So you open it up on a positive note. Understand that when you are leaving a company, you should leave it on a positive note, not like jhagda vagda karke chhod diya and all, because you never know when you got to come back, or you never know when you will meet these people in the ladder that you are going to take up, right? So it's good to end whatever the ties or whatever associations you have with the company on a good positive note, right? So, dear sir, it has been a wonderful journey to work under your able guidance in the capacity of manager of operations in this highly esteemed organization. I have joined on first, say what, January. Give me a date. Year. 20. This is 2021. 2019. Yeah, better. Those are what again? Yeah. I have joined on 1st January 2019, and since then it was always or it was never a day without learning from you and the team. I shall definitely miss the team. However, I am glad, okay, I am glad to inform you that I'll be taking up as a Vice President of Operations, VP Operations with TCS. Okay, just all of this is pseudo, okay, with TCS. However, I'm glad to inform you that I'll be taking up taking up the role of a VP, no, not a VP, of VP operations with TCS. Yeah, kindly consider this as a notice period with effect from today till, okay, 1 month of notice period. I will give it like 30th of December 2021. Kindly consider the same, okay, or I would say something more we can add, right? Yeah, I'll definitely cherish the experience that I have gained through this journey. Okay. Yeah, that should be fine, I guess. Dear sir, it has been a wonderful journey to work under your able guidance in the capacity of manager operations in this highly esteemed organization. I have joined on 1st of January 2019, and since then, it was never a day without learning from you and the team. To see how goody goody you are going to speak back to your team and your manager also. Both. Reason being, of course, you got to show some gratitude towards them, and you don't want to end the relationship on a bad note. That's why. I shall definitely miss the team. However, I'm glad to inform you that I'll be taking up the role of VP, that is Vice President of Operations with TCS. I'll definitely cherish the experience that I have gained through this journey. Kindly consider this as a notice period with effect from today till 30th of December 2021. Kindly consider the same. Okay, kindly consider double over. Okay, so I will remove this. Thank you, yours truly, blah blah blah. Okay, here I am not this, here I am manager of, and I'm not a professor there then. So I'm just Jahara Pathan. I'll be the manager of operations with this ABC Limited company. Okay, so that's how you write a resignation letter. One part is this one. This is not necessary for you to highlight it to your current employer, that where you're going, what role you're going to take up. So this part that, however, I'm glad to inform you that I'll be taking up as a VP of operations. Need not add that. Nobody needs to know where you're going unless they have asked for. That is one. Second is you need not necessarily disclose where you're going to, even if nobody has asked, right? You can simply say that all that other things you can always add, but you can skip this. However, I'm glad to inform you that, right? So that is just for your information that you can add this. If you want to put that on record, fine. No, you can omit it. All right. So that's how you write a resignation letter. Are we all clear on this? Are we all clear on the sales letter? Are we all clear on the leave application letter? Are we all clear on the resignation letter? Yes, no, can't say. What is it? What is it? Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, okay. Yeah, fine. I guess. Okay, thanks, Amin. Yes. Fine. So we are good to go. And where have we landed up? All right. Finally, we have completed this entire third chapter of, writing the business correspondence. Now we are jumping on to the last part of it, and that is analysis of different media of communication. We still have time. Good. I just wanted to quickly check on this, that if you have the next lecture immediately, and if yes, what time do you have? You don't have any lecture next? Yeah,
No.
not
No.
yet. Right. Cool. So I will utilize my entire 50 minutes. Okay. So it's 10:38. We will continue till 10:50. Now, when we are coming back to different means and modes and media of communication, understand that we will also talk about the social media here. Okay, communication via social media. People will, hey, finally social media. Don't worry, there is something before that as well. When we talk about different media of communication, understand that fax communication is one of them. Sending fax, sending emails, sending voicemails, teleconferencing that we are having right now. Okay, this is also a video conferencing. This is also a media of communication. Okay, so the audio, video, both. So we are trying to communicate virtually this way over this Google Meet. Had you been on a Zoom platform, again, that would be a teleconferencing, a video conferencing platform, right? So you are trying to communicate that way as well. When you talk about emails, we have seen how we write letters. We will check it out. How do we write on email also later? Then we talk about communicating via social media. Yay. So, first and foremost, let me tell you all what all media we will be covering. Okay, uh, it will be LinkedIn, it will be Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. What else is left out? WhatsApp as well. Yeah, WhatsApp as well. Fine, we will deal with that as well. When to begin with is LinkedIn. Now, understand what is LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a professional networking website. I repeat, it is a professional networking website. It's not a Facebook that you say hi, hello on your posts, that you post some motivational good morning, goodbye, good night kind of messages. No, it's all about, the posts are all about your work. Okay, whatever work you do. I will quickly fetch my LinkedIn here. Just a moment, so that you can, literally have a live example of how LinkedIn should look like. My laptop needs to. All right, here we are finally. Yes. And yes, for your information, even people have started mixing LinkedIn, which used to be a professional networking site, with their, Facebook wala mindset, Facebook wale posts, those kind of things. So that is happening on LinkedIn as well. So yeah, Bichara LinkedIn is also affected. But nonetheless, this is how the LinkedIn, when you open up an account, when you sign up, and when you sign into your account, this is how it looks like ideally. Okay, on a desktop or on a laptop. On your phone, it looks different. So essentially, if you see, there are three panes to it, vertically three panes to it. The leftmost pane is all about, your dashboard. It looks like more of a dashboard. So who all viewed your profile, who all viewed your posts and all of that. That count is given here. If you have some pages, then if you manage those pages, that is also shown up here. What all are the hashtags that you follow, all of that, the groups, the events, upcoming events, and all of that, followed hashtags and stuff. Now, the next pane, the next vertical pane is this one. This is the middle part, and it is more of the news feed on your account. And on the right hand side, if you see this vertical pane, this is all about the LinkedIn news. It's all about the advertisements and stuff. Okay. Now, to get you back to what kind of posts are there here is this one. See, this is a wonderful post I see today. The man who started a movement by hugging trees, Sundarlal Bahuguna. Oh, sadly expired in May this year. Now, why was this Chipko movement was done? If at all you all remember, in northern India, see, in 1970, a devastating flood in parts of northern India, Uttarakhand, showed clearly the links between deforestation, landslides, and floods. 3 years later, Bahu Guna, with his activists, began hugging trees, preventing loggers from cutting them. Women became an integral part of the movement, embracing trees and taking away the tools from loggers to stop felling. Over the years, Bahuguna was able to gather thousands of followers who staged peaceful demonstrations, hugged trees, and went on fasts. A fast in 1981 led to a 15-year ban on commercial felling of trees in Uttarakhand. Bang on. In 1983, he marched 4,000 kilometers to draw attention to environmental degradation in the Himalayas. Bahuguna was a man whose activism came from his own experiences. In his own words, we are doing violence towards the earth, towards nature. We have become butchers of nature. Hashtag environmental nature Himalaya activist leaders. Yeah. So if you can see, there is a picture also of this Bahuguna, the activist, and how those local women, they used to embrace trees, so that the loggers would not cut them well. That kind of a thing. So yeah, these kind of posts are something which are appreciating somebody's work into environment. Then you see Unilever. I follow Unilever, and that's why its ad is here. You can see here it is as promoted. Working 9 to 5, no longer the best way to make a living. I just told you, right? You can make better in your startup. New employment modules, rethinking the 9 to 5. So yeah, you can get into all of that, the advertisements and all you see. If I have to show you more about it, then on LinkedIn, there are these kind of polls nowadays, a lot of polls actually. Then yes, Anthony J. James is one person whom I follow, and he is the guy who keeps on, posting a lot about innovation globally. That kind of innovation happens. Where did I scroll? Okay, here. I will quickly make it into full screen, and I will turn the audio on. I don't know if there is any music. No, there's no music, I guess. Just watch it. Wow. It saves your car from droppings also, bird droppings, acid rains. Oh my goodness. And even if there is some bricks somebody is throwing at it, even then your car is safe. Cool, no? Wow. Yes. It also keeps your car at a minimum temperature. Look at that. Really impressive. So yeah, that kind of innovative posts are also there. The reason that because I follow innovation hashtags and all that comes in, and also I follow Anthony James, so that's why it comes up. Then yes, there are some people who keeps on doing this. Okay, yoga. Somebody has posted about yoga and blah blah blah. Wow. And that is how also nowadays, see, that's what I said, na? People have forgotten the difference between Instagram, the difference between Facebook and LinkedIn, and they are posting stuff like that. Nevertheless, I will share with you something what is about business. So when you saw about Anthony James, he posted about business, he posted about innovation, right? So people can go ahead and check it out. This is my profile. Now I will fetch my post here. That was, where is it? Okay. Yeah. Last week, you all know by now that yes, I am a corporate trainer. I've been a corporate trainer since ages now, and I keep training corporate people in between. So yeah, 1 week before I trained them on time management, and this was my post. Hashtag do what you love what you do. Yeah, I love trainings. Yeah. The trainings are something I love to do and love facilitation that I do. Conducted a session on time management, hashtag time management. So people who follow this hashtag of time management in their feed, my post will go. Okay, that's why use of hashtags. For a startup, again, people who follow startups, there also it will flash. For a startup, Konas India Private Limited, for the entire team today. And it was such a productive, engaging, interactive, fun, hands-on learning session. Session was missed out. The group pic that we clicked speaks all about the entire day spent truly well. A huge shout out to the over curious, over excited team of Konas. And then I have tagged a few people from the company and the reviews, the feedback, and what all we did through the training, those pictures. And then these are the people who liked my post, and there are few hilarious comments also. You can literally see how many people have viewed your post. 1,755 people have viewed the post. Okay, so that means it is fetching a good amount of views. Yeah, then there are some more reviews here, and then there is some, on a lighter note, there are some funny comments also. Like Neha Bagh, what she says is, that's so cool, congratulations. On a lighter note, I love the comment on the feedback wall that states, for the first time, I did not sleep in a training. Such a genuine confession. That shows that you certainly rock the show. Okay, so these kind of things, and then yes, Professor M. Rafiq Sarfawaz, he has been our ex-principal of college, Pune College. So he knows me really well, and he is, congratulations, Jahan, that's your right place. Okay. Right. So yeah, these kind of posts are something, because see, this is my business. Okay, when I talk about my business, my baby, my startup, the J Edification, and I want to promote my business, I will promote it where? On LinkedIn. Why? Because I know the clients exist on LinkedIn. Okay. Eventually, I also have discovered that yes, people are now getting more active on Instagram as well for their business promotion. So yeah, I will post this on Instagram as well. Rather, for my trainings purpose, because I have a lot of training and facilitation groups even on Facebook. So I'll be posting this on even on Facebook, because my clientele lies there also. So when you know where your client is, you got to post your and promote your business there, right? So this is what is all about uh, professional networking site. So I'm trying to connect, I'm trying to network with the professionals on the professional platform, LinkedIn. Yeah. Have you all understood? Yeah. This is how you communicate via social media. Just a part of it is LinkedIn, and just a small part on LinkedIn that we have seen today about posts. There's something more about it, that is, you've got to, if you have a business, you've got to have an official LinkedIn page, right, for you to promote your work. So I too have my The J Edification page there, but what I do is I simply tag it in my post so that that post is reflected on my feed of the J Edification. So that's how it is updated as well. So people who follow you, if you have seen the followership, okay, I will quickly start resharing my LinkedIn over here. We will be doing it at length. Okay, if I go back to home, yeah, you can see how many followers and all you have. Going to your network. Okay, all right, there's Rajesh Jain also. So how many people you have in your connections? I have in my connections 4,717 people, and all of that, 175 hashtags I follow, one newsletter I follow, and all those 109 pages I follow, blah 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 blah. Right? How many people I follow? 32. Okay. So nevertheless, these are the statistics that you can be working on. I will show you more about how you can follow up and how you can grow your LinkedIn account as well as your page. Do not worry about that. We'll do that. Okay. I hope today's session has been insightful. New learnings have been added to your self. If this was repetitive for you, I'm glad that there was new things that would have been definitely excelled, as good as a cherry on the top for you all if you knew it all. Well, there's always a good learning if you have an open learning attitude for yourself, right? We'll see more of social media and how do we keep on developing our accounts in terms of going better and better in terms of branding ourselves online also. Yeah. With this, I take your leave for today. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye. Be safe.